But 13 offers is just unheard of.
If we had a question, there was a response right there. There was no waiting.
To end up with really a couple of very strong all cash offers and say no. We know that we had something special, a beautiful location, and we had worked hard for 17 years to make all the changes. But 13 offers is just unheard of.
Right.
And we certainly didn't think that we would sell it essentially on the first weekend, which is what happened. We wanted to find a realtor that could work with us, and it's a very emotional thing to do, to sell a house that you've been in for 17 years.
But the impetus to change is we lost confidence in the people that we had initiated a relationship with. And so what we needed was someone with business acumen that could represent us, put us in the best position to succeed. And that's exactly what we found. I think one thing that I thought was super helpful was the way you had us come to your office, meet your team members, and then meet your office manager, who is really the facilitator of all. She immediately started a group text. You were informed of everything that was happening, so you could provide, any expertise or redirection as needed. But it was friendly, it was always on point, and it was always quick. If we had a question, there was a response right there. There was no waiting. If you get anxious about something or not sure about something, you can shoot out a question, you can get your questions answered, and it's done very timely and very thoroughly.
No, I think the staging that you did, you invited us to one of your open houses, and I went there and I realized how important the staging was. It was staged, and the lady did things that, oh God, we really should have done that ourselves.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of interesting, and I saw how it did make the house look quite different, and I think more effective. Mm-hmm. The way you walked around the house, the way you moved around the house, it was more elegant, it was more effective, it was very good. I think the teasing of the open house, or coming soon rather, was very effective. I think the mere fact that you had people reaching out to you, they could see it, but they couldn't come in. You had a very strategic approach to how these offers were to manage.
Absolutely.
To take 4 or 5 of them and say, thank you very much for your offers, they're nice offers, but we're not going to ask you to counter. But you can rewrite, and I believe 2 of them did. To end up with really a couple of very strong all cash offers and say no is somewhat shocking, because under any other circumstances we would have been very, very pleased.
Yeah.
But the offers from the new owners, we couldn't have matched it anywhere. We couldn't have scripted it. Mm-hmm.